do you know the item type in the hybrid?
Yeah, these are like different items we can declare in Hybris in XML. We can create those items and whatever we want to use now that we can create.
Okay. Now, do you remember the any name, atomic type, collection type, and map type like this? Okay, so no issue. We can go for the Java. Okay. So, can you give me the description of OOPS concept?
Yes, yes. So basically, OOPS concepts are like object-oriented programming related things uh, which we generally use in Java. So Java is basically depending upon these OOP concept. It mainly includes like abstraction, polymorphism, and everything is like a object only like that. And many more are there.
So, so what is the can you give the brief description the object, class, and inheritance, abstraction, and encapsulation? Brief
Uh,
description of the each.
yeah, so let me start with class. So class is something we create in Java uh, so that correspondingly that class is nothing but the uh, real life objects mapping to the programming world. So that is the definition of Java class basically. Then using that class we can create objects in Java as well. So that object will be a real life object, we can say, like employee class can be there and we can create object of the employee. Now in Java we can use these OOPS concepts like inheritance is there. So inheritance is something where one class is created and we can extend the uh, properties of that class mainly it is uses the extends keywords like person is a class and employee is a derived class, so we can write like this employee extends person, so all the properties of a person will be inherited by the employee. So this is what inheritance we have. And if we talk about abstraction is like uh, the backend programming is abstracted, is not shown to the user can only see the objects and how it is working, but the internal working is not visible to that person. And polymorphism is something uh, we have methods now in the class, so we can override those methods and we can overload those methods. So this is what polymorphism actually.
Uh, how many way we can define the declare the object?
uh, Declare the object. Declare is something like
Yeah.
declaration is just we need to give the type of that object and the name of the variable, that's it.
And how many we can create the object?
Yeah, like we can use the new keyword first, then secondly we can use the clone methods of the object class, and third like uh, we can copy one object to another object directly, though it will not be a deep copy, but we can at least do that. And And in literals, in we have option of literals where we can directly create the objects in the string pools.
Okay. Can you give me some Java object class method name?
Object
Means
class.
the yeah, object class method.
Yeah. So I think wait, notify are there, and
Mhm.
this clone method is there maybe, and I think some 5 or 6 methods are there. Two string and equals hash code are also the part of that.
What is the immutable object?
Immutable means
And
we cannot make any modification once it is created, na. So that will remain same. So we will not be able to create. We will not be able to
okay.
modify.
Mhm. Okay. Can we create the immu- uh, immutable object which is contain the mutable object?
Can we create a immutable object from the mutable? That's
Yeah.
yes. So any class like if there are the maybe the requirements that we have customized classes and uh, we need to create it immutable. So by default, any customized class, say employee, will be mutable only. So we can do some modifications and make it immutable.
So, okay, when we are creating the immutable class, okay, so do you know the immutable class also? Previously, which we have talked, that is the immutable object, right?
Right.
Hello. Yeah, so now we come on the immutable class. So, how we create the immutable class and
Yeah.
what is the benefit?
Yeah. So benefit if is okay. First, let me tell you the steps how to create a immutable class. So um as the name suggests, we want to make one class so that nobody else can modify its values. Once the object is created and that is the finalized, will remain same. So for that, first of all, we need to uh, remove all the setters from the class model, because setters will be used to set the thing. So we need to remove that, and all the variables used in in that class would be like private. We need to set them private, and and we need to remove all the immutable. So the constructors also we need to make them uh, I think constructor should be like accessible only once, something like that, and there should be deep copying we should allow, so that everything should be copied when, because let's suppose I have created one object of employee. Now whenever I will go for a new creation of the employee, then or if I want to make copy, then everything of that object should be copied in the new object, so that if I make any changes in the newer object na, so it will not affect the previous one. What will happen in shallow copy, some of the things got copied but some of the things will be referred from the original one, so that will create a problem. So we should avoid that, and we should use deep copy in that case. So these are a few things we need to take care. And benefits are let's suppose uh, mm, let's suppose in hash map. So in hash map, hash map works better if we use immutable class as a key. So if we are using some string and all, then string is immutable by default. But if you are using some employee class in the key of the hash map, then we should make it immutable, so it will work properly.